We'll go to KorleBu. We understand that an acute water shortage has hit the teaching hospital, affecting healthcare delivery. The facility is currently relying on water sold by private tanker operators, which authorities admit is still inadequate.
Shortage of water at the facility has been over a week. The hospital's water tanker broke down months ago. We are told every tanker charges 400 Ghana cedis per delivery. Water supply by the private tanker operators is still inadequate. Here at the children's ward, 4 out of the 6 reservoirs are empty. The situation at the maternity ward was not different. The public relations officer of the KorleBu Teaching Hospital, Mustafa Salifu, says measures have been put in place to manage the crisis.
When we realized we're not getting sufficient supplies, we decided to request for the support of water tankers so that we can keep the service going, because we cannot afford not to have water, because the service we offer is critical. The clinical work is water-based, because you need water every time to make sure that you don't spread infections, people don't get infected when they come for treatment.
Right, and we'll try and reach the PRO who spoke in the story, because we understand there's been some developments. We have him on the line now, Mustafa Salifu. A very good afternoon to you, sir. Hello, Mustafa.
Hello.
Yes, very good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, what's the latest with the water shortage at KorleBu Teaching Hospital?
Can you say that again?
We understand that you're experiencing water shortage, and we want to know what the latest development is. Has there been an improvement?
Yes, there's been an improvement. Yesterday, the normal supply was restored, and then this morning we pumped to the department. So at the moment they are having water, but we also have a plan in place that says that if the normal supply should be interrupted, we'll get water tankers to start supplying to the department. So
okay.
That's the current situation now.
But what's the everyday water supply at KorleBu like in terms of Monday to Sunday? How many times does water flow there?
We can say water comes on Mondays and it doesn't come on Tuesdays. Usually, it's just a sudden disruption of flow into our reservoir. So that is why we also have this contingency plan in place, so that once water is not coming, we'll call in the water tankers to start supplying.
All right. I'm happy you mentioned that you have a reservoir, because, I mean, a hospital like that, you run on water every single day. And this is not the first time that we're reporting of an acute water shortage at KorleBu. Now, moving on, how do we avert such a situation from happening?
I'm sure this question will best be addressed by Ghana Water Company.
I believe KorleBu is in a position to answer. I believe KorleBu is in a position to answer.
If we don't have inflow, if we don't have an inflow from Ghana Water into the reservoir, you will not still have water to supply to the department. So I'm sure they will look at it. But we've started discussions trying to explore the possibility of having a direct connection from the headworks to KorleBu, so that it will minimize the impact of this erratic water supply.
Okay, so in case that doesn't happen,
we will continue to rely on the private suppliers. We don't want the situation of no water to affect or disrupt service provision. We can't afford to say that patients should go home because we don't have water. So we always make sure that we have water. Mind you, some of these private suppliers, they have their own boreholes that they draw water from. So if water is not coming from Ghana Water, but we can fall back on them and then make sure that we supply water to all the departments. So we want to assure the general public that we will do everything within our means to make sure that water is supplied to all the departments for them to carry on their work, because our our operations is generally driven by water because we need water at any particular deliver service.
Okay, Mustafa, before you go, in terms of cost, do you have an idea how much KorleBu spends anytime this happens?
At the moment, it's something we need to take our time and compute and then give you the total cost. But just to give you an idea, depending on the capacity of the tanker that is bringing the water, some can carry as much as 4,000 gallons, some 3,000 gallons. It varies. The 4,000 gallons, you can get it around 400 Ghana cedis, and then it cascades downwards depending on the capacity of the tanker. So it's at the end, at a particular time, we can compute and then actually tell you how much we are spending on water.
All right. Thank you very much. Mustafa Salifu is the PRO for the KorleBu Teaching Hospital.